NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Not a kicker or a punter here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And we're underway at Hard Rock. To return, here's Raheem Mostert. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll start the drive with H2H. This is ahead for about 5. Justin Reed with the tackle. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
2 now from the gun. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. H2H running to the right. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
2nd down carry for H2H. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Ready. Out.
He gets it out left, and it's caught. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
20, TX. Hey! Shot.
On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa. Taking his shot, deep down the field it goes. He's got it inside the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle 3rd, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Trying to run it in, H2H. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal.
Right.
Man in motion here.
Out.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. 1st time this game they've looked to him. And now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Go ahead. Shot.
Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jason Sanders to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Sanders all set to send it away. Return coming from the 6. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They have second and pretty long here. Right back to Pacheco. Across the 45 and still going. Down the sideline inside the 30. Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs finish off their opening drive. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs start off well to tie things 7-7. Reed now to kick this one away. Mostert on the return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Here's first and 10 from the 34.
Yeah, ready. 32 Stinger.
Tua looking to throw. That's caught, Devon Achane. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Get on.
First and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
All right, let's go.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Loss of 6 brings up second and 16 at the 37-yard line.
Another try following the sack. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got third down.
You know, that is such a bummer because as a quarterback, gosh, you got to give your receiver enough space and enough real estate to make that catch in bounds. That was off just enough to carry the receiver to the sideline before he could establish possession.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Hey, get set.
Now Tua to throw. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Big gain downfield. And in for the Miami touchdown. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7. Sanders all set to send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Good looking return here, and he's got room. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Pistol now for Mahomes. He's on the move. That's caught by Hollywood Brown. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. And it's the Chiefs. With it, 1st and 10. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Yellow.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Hit applied by Bradley Chubb.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Hauled in by Rice. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line.
1st down, Chiefs.
A 1st down carry for Pacheco. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. Here's 2nd and 11. This one finds Kelsey. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And he's able to take this one down to the 25. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Forced out to his right. Brought in close to the 8. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Yellow.
Tight end going in motion here. Buying some time right. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have 2nd down coming up.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
So the incompletion on 1st, here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Has it down close. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Oh, and the kicking team's got it!
Kid, I know what you were waiting for and what I was waiting for, and that was that official to raise his hand. I think we all assumed that was going to be taken to the house. It wasn't, but it could be in pretty short order because this offense now set up for some serious success.
Pacheco has the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take the lead just before halftime. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Mostert on the return. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us.
Jason Sanders is the kickoff for Miami.
Sanders all set to send it away. Starting from the 5. Returns looking good so far. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
Has a man, it's Brown. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Run from Pacheco to start the half. And he's able to work this down to the 41. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Completes this one to Rice. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Putting a receiver in motion. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down. From the red zone now. Hits his running back. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. The 3rd and short in your back pocket and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd down, looking for options. He's got it! Touchdown, Kansas City! Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14.
Dolphins 14.
Reed now to kick this one away. Mostert on the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got 1st down from the 31.
Get set. Whoa. Ready, set.
Tua setting up to throw. Gets everything he has under this throw. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs take possession right along the 25-yard line. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a 2nd half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Hey, ribble it.
A second down run by Pacheco. And they had that one contained right at the line. It's Kader Kohu up to make that play. We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now a pass play. Here's Mahomes. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Hey, 15.
They'll run it with Pacheco. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a pretty clear plan of attack by the back from the very start. Found the lane quickly, didn't hesitate, knew exactly what he needed to get past the marker.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. He's got him, that's Pacheco. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Yellow. 15.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Hauled in by Gray. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First down throw, Mahomes. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Tried connecting with Xavier Worthy there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. To the air, Mahomes. Chased out to his right. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs have likely locked up the win right there. Well, as they drive forward to one right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity, certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs stretch their lead to 21. Reed now to kick this one away. Mostert on the return. A little revenge there from the coverage team after they gave up a pretty nice return.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey! Go ahead. Hey, 21, TA. Out.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's loaded another into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. And the Chiefs will take the interception back across midfield before they finally track him down. First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Yellow.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he's only going to get down to the 47 on a short gain. Now we get another stoppage here, just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Kelsey makes the catch. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
First down, Chiefs.
15.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Second and 10 now. And the defender comes away with it. Jordan Poyer has it. And the Dolphins get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
First down, here's Tua. Completes this one to Braxton Berrios. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Solo left Zion. Corner, long. Set.
From the 32. Trying to push it deep downfield. That's cut at the 25. And he runs it all the way inside the red zone before going out. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. This one intended for the running back. So that brings up second down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Sticking to the air, it's Tagovailoa. Catch is made in close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moments. He's at the 1.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. H.N. will not score, and it's not going to get back to the line either. I think he lost close to 3 on that play.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Chiefs' 4-yard line.
Touchdown, Miami! Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins get it back to a 14-point game. Now, time making this all but impossible, but they're going to try for the onside kick here anyway. And the Chiefs are able to make that recovery. That should lock up this win.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
No, you're not seeing things incorrectly, folks. You do not need glasses. They are, in fact, lining up to punt on 1st down. And that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're going to have the ball at the 20. All right, one more snap to play here.
Ready.
One final shot here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. They connect on the deep shot. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So it's a win